Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday Night Fights. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the State Palace Theater, great venue here in New Orleans. A much-anticipated rematch in our main event, and these fans are really looking forward to it. 10 rounds in the light heavyweight division. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Well, they are underway, scheduled for 10 rounds tonight between these two. I'm very interested to see how he fights tonight. Chad Dawson's coming off of an impressive knockout win.
Well, that could be a catch-22, Joe. Yeah, a lot of confidence coming into this fight, but also it could be overconfidence. He could start to think he's a huge puncher now, and he has to throw only one shot at a time, and that can really take away from his overall game.
Roy Jones Jr.'s opponent knows exactly what the game plan can be now. That counter punch landed with some success. Little volume punching to the body there.
Defense, more defense.
Well-placed shot came after a nice defensive move there. Good block. Chad Dawson's punch is far off the target. It's what the old-timers want to see. Combination punching by Roy Jones.
Oh, you got this.
Roy Jones Jr. with a huge left. How effective can the style of fight, the pace of the fight, it being a busy fight, be for the high stamina fighter?
Well, that's everything. What's the sense of being high endurance or fast if you don't have the kind of pace, the kind of landscape that you can use it?
Good flush, straight left hand. Two snapping jabs by Roy Jones. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good flush shot upstairs. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Chad Dawson's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Good right hand. Here we go. Round two is underway. Well-targeted two-punch combo by Roy Jones. There's a straight right hand. Good way to protect the midsection. Blocks one and then brings his own bazooka. Another huge shot comes in early on in this fight from him.
Well, he understood that his opponent, Joe, was a slow starter. He's jumping right on him, taking advantage.
A crushing two-punch combo by Roy Jones. That's a razor-sharp uppercut by Chad Dawson. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Roy Jones Jr.'s done a good job there offensively scoring with that left hand. Oh, he just ate a big uppercut right there. He had no idea it was coming his way. He does not look good at all. That's a serious power punch he just landed to the head. Not able to connect with the uppercut. Very accurate two-punch combo by Roy Jones. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments.
Now lay it on.
Little head knocking with that right hand. All the eyes are on him to start this round. Dawson's legs look just a little shaky, but keep in mind, he barely survived that last round.
No, but keep one other thing in mind. I agree with you, Joe, but he's been here before. He's very experienced. If anyone knows how to get out of this, he does.
Roy Jones Jr. showcasing one of the best weapons you can have, especially early on in a fight, to set the tone, and that is the jab.
Yeah, and he's shown that it does more than just set up other punches and, just, snap your head back. It disrupts everything. It just throws the other guy's rhythm off, and that's what he's doing a good job of.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Well, he missed that right. Solid left hand to the head. Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Good return fire that time. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. He did not see that. Look at that. It was in his scope, and he pulled the trigger with that straight shot, scoring the knockdown.
And he had a beautiful sight there.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
Chad Dawson's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you'd give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
Very nice work with the double jab up top. Well, he's up 3 rounds to zip on Teddy's scorecard here as we start round number 4. He's a volume puncher, and that's exactly what he's doing to bank away these early rounds here, Teddy.
Yeah, he's not hurting him with any of those shots. And quite honestly, a lot of them are missing. But the other guy's not staying up with him with the punch numbers. He's winning the round.
Roy Jones Jr. is doing exactly what we expected him to do. And a crushing hook just gets right to him. Big shot comes crashing home. And for the second time tonight, he goes down.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
Chad Dawson's back up on his feet. What will he look like in the next few moments of this fight? That's the big question. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
Let's move.
Very nice work by Roy Jones Jr. on the outs. He is damaged bad. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. How is he going to survive this? Once again, he hits the deck.
He's going to have to find a way.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
And it's over. This fight is over. Roy Jones Jr.'s power just much too much for his opponent. Another knockout for him. Good evening and welcome to Friday Night Fights. I'm Joe Tessitore with my partner Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena. We're here in the Philippines for a much anticipated main event. 10 rounds of light heavyweight action. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
Scheduled to go the full 10 if we get that far. Round one underway. Jones is trying to repeat his last outing. Remember that impressive knockout he had, Teddy?
Yeah, I don't know if he should remember it. Maybe he should have a short memory, because if he goes in there looking for the knockout, he might take away the most important part of his game, the jab, the things that set it up.
When you've trained in situations like this, a power puncher against a fast fighter, what kind of adaptations does the fast fighter have to consider making throughout the fight?
Well, he has to make sure that he has room in the ring, that he doesn't get trapped into corners. He doesn't get into a phone booth.
On the mark with the combination by Murray. And he just holds on there. Unable to score with the uppercut that time. And now he scores well with the straight right. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Good combination to the head. There's that overhand right. Wow, is he defensively sound. Now hugging on the inside. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Good job on the two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Straight right was lined up, but he missed. And now he's targeting upstairs. Confidence can also be an enemy in this game.
Yeah, you could get a little bit of overconfident. You could get careless. You know, you could forget where you were earlier, or forget what you knew when you were coming into the ring. Things that you had to understand as far as defensive liabilities. He has to remember that.
Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Murray's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. And another right hand comes in. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Halfway through round number 2. That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by Roy Jones. Jones is just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Accurate shot, straight right hand comes in. And now he's targeting upstairs. Jones is missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. Well-targeted combination by Roy Jones. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Just reckless aggression, but smart, accurate punching.
And talking about IQs, it's being led by that left jab, an educated left jab. A jab that talks a little bit, talks a couple languages. I mean, he's hooking off it, he's uppercutting off it, he's doubling up on it. Good job.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Jones's jab continues to carry the day. He's wanted it, he's gotten it. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Roy Jones.
Come on.
Jones is so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Commits to the overhand right, and it serves him well. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Teddy, do you think the sport needs a national or international governing body?
Yeah, it's the only major sport, at least it used to be a major sport, that doesn't have that. And there's no unilateral control. And when there's no unilateral control across the board, well, you have too many spots that are weak for the sport, spots that do not serve the sport.
He gets to him with an uppercut. Oh, man, he's in rough shape after absorbing that blow.
Keep moving.
Good shot to the head with that right hand. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Roy Jones. Murray's proving to be elusive. Interesting first 3 rounds we've seen so far. Murray's willing to engage in the fight. He's willing to throw punches, but he's losing every round.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw punches, but it's kind of like spitting in the wind. You know, you can spit, but if the wind's blowing at you, it's going to come back and hit you in the face. And that's exactly what's happening here. He's throwing punches from the wrong direction, from the wrong distance, and they're coming back and hitting him right in the face.
Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counter-punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. He scored well after being hit himself.
1-2.
Murray's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. A stabbing right hand comes in by Roy Jones. Murray's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Comes across with a hook up top.
Hook, he wide open for the hook.
Fine looking right hand by Murray. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Murray's impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. Murray's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch.
Let's go, champ. Move.
Good right hand by Murray. Targeting that head with the combination punching.
Watch the hook. Come on.
Watch guys who waste time. They're out there just going through the motions, not firing off punches.
Hey, if you don't move your hands, you don't throw punches, it's hard to win rounds.
Roy Jones Jr. is picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No, he understands, and his corner understands that his opponent only has 60 seconds to recover, and they're jumping on him, figuring that the opponent hasn't recovered.
Up top with the right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. That's where he wants to be able to do some damage with his opponent backed up against the ropes.
Get off the rope.
Nice block by Murray. Roy Jones Jr. with a royal right. Parries that punch intended for the head. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange.
Come on, punch. That's it.
A snapping combination by Roy Jones. Jones is throwing wide punches. If I'm standing opposite of that, I jump on it.
Yeah, well, if you're the fighter, that's where you have to be kind of like into a Kodak moment, where you take a picture and you say, okay, remember that, and the next time, bang, I'm going to take advantage.
Good flush shot by Murray. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Murray's able to avoid that punch. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Roy Jones Jr.'s not just loading up. He's landing combination punches like he did right there. Here we are, the start of another round, and if everything goes according to the way the first half of this fight went, he's going to be coasting in for an easy win.
Well, if his opponent goes along with it, he definitely will, but maybe he'll change the script a little, flip the script a bit.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Good 1-2 by Roy Jones. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Murray's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. Murray's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. And a good solid 1-2 combo by Roy Jones. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. That's an impactful right hand by Roy Jones. There's the combo to the body. A headshot blocked. A little head hunting never hurt. Does it with the hook. Big shot. He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? And that's, we've seen him have great success all night, fighting out at range, fighting in a safe area, but yet still scoring. What does his opponent have to do?
Well, there are opportunities for his opponent. What he has to do is beat Joe Montana. They believe he's a quarterback. Yeah, you know, Montana wouldn't throw the ball to where the receiver is, where he's gonna be. Well, his opponent's stepping back, so throw the punch behind him. Let him walk right into it.
Well-placed, well-timed combo up top. Murray's jab lands well. He missed with that headshot. How about that exchange? Jones is swinging and missing like he's at... Oh, he is stunned. He could... Big shot there. He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Murray's up from the knockdown, but what we really want to look for is how he reacts in the coming moments of this fight. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Murray's not looking so solid on his feet, and he's clinching. That's a smart veteran move. Give yourself good, solid right. Oh, and there you go. Knocked down again. Unreal.
Now you gotta wonder what the corner's thinking. Are they gonna stop this?
The ref stops the fight. Roy Jones Jr.'s hand to be raised in victory. He scores the knockout here tonight. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for tonight's main event. 10 rounds, light heavyweights. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up.
Remember what we talked
10 rounds slated in the books tonight. Here's the first. Of course, he's coming off of impressive knockout win. Jones's opponent has to be very conscious of that.
Well, I hope so. I mean, they should have done their scouting report. If they're conscious of it, there's a better chance that they don't get caught with the shot that his last opponent did.
Nice block by Hicks. Committing to the body work with the double jab. Hicks is well off the mark that time.
1, 2, 1, 2. Focus.
He's talked about it openly. His opponent says, hey, I'm going to stay on the outside. I'm going to try to use my movement and my jab against Roy.
Yeah, he's going to have a problem, though, his opponent, because on the outside is where you can really show the asset of speed. And Jones has probably more speed than anybody in the division.
On the mark with the straight left hand. Jones is showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Oh, that's gotta hurt. He is down. Now, can he beat the count?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
And somehow, some way, he's gonna continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Now he ties up there. That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Roy Jones. Solid straight right hand. Hicks' defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. Right now, just look at that attitude over in the corner. You can tell they want a repeat performance of that knockdown round they just had. Hicks is coming out here after being knocked down in the previous round. How important is it for him to be cautious here, to make sure that he does have his legs underneath him?
You know, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword there, Joe, because if you're too cautious, hey, your opponent, he reads it. You're not in that ring alone, you know, and then he's going to get more aggressive. So you want to go out there, maybe feint him a little bit. Let him think you're okay. Let him think you want to go after him. Let him think you want to engage a little bit, and then wind up boxing, staying on the outside, buying some time.
Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Roy Jones. A knifing left hand by Hicks. And he's holding. Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Good exchange. He fires back. Well, we're seeing two guys here tonight do their thing, Teddy, but it's what they do in the lead up to the fight that really counts. Typically, how long should a training camp be?
Well, you know, it's all about the calendar, Joe, when the fight is and when your last fight was. If you're coming off a fight, you can shorten up that training camp. You know, maybe even give him a week off. You don't want to overtrain a guy. Maybe you only have maybe a 4-week camp if you're coming right off a fight. But traditionally, if you have a spot of time, I like about 8 weeks to really get it.
What a big shot. Oh, this is going to be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now. More than comfortable hitting him from the outside.
He's standing there and all he's doing is absorbing. Somebody's got to remind him, you don't get points, you don't get credit for taking a good shot.
Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr. is doing a really nice job here. I mean, putting his punches together. This is what you're supposed to look like as an offensive fighter.
Yes, it is, especially when you have a guy in front of you putting the earmuffs on. You know, you cover up the way that his opponent is. You're supposed to put them together. 1 or 2 are going to be blocked. But when you put them together like that, they're going to get through.
Hicks is making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch.
That's it.
Roy Jones Jr. is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best.
Do that again.
That left hand over the top, he's accurate with it.
Jump on. Nice.
Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Targeting that straight left hand. He has his target. He lands a straight right. Combo lands to the head. Hicks is left, landing well. Goes up top with a right hand. Now he's putting his punches together. The combination. Hicks is absorbing a left hand. Protecting his head well with his guard. Good effective work with that straight right hand. And you see what he can do when he's set. Start of round number 4. Hicks is sizzling up those punches thrown stats, but nothing else is working for him. He has not earned a single round on your scorecard.
Well, I don't like the kind of punches he's throwing. He should go to the butcher shop. Cut some fat off those punches.
You're doing great.
That straight right unable to connect. How about that left hand? Dismisses his opponent's headshot. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Back and forth exchange. Hicks has taken a lot of punishment with the right hand. Teddy, you've said many times, it's where you put your own head when you get hit by those right hands.
Well, one place I could tell you where not to put it, in the middle. And he needs to move it to the left, outside that right hand.
You can tell he's just looking to survive. Hicks is holding his opponent right now, just hugging him.
Yeah, he's doing what he has to do. Look, they work on this in the gym, Joe. We look at all the things where you work.
Big shot he just scored with. How is this going to go on? Once again, he hits the deck.
Well, he's getting practice at it, so he might figure it out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's all over. Hicks is unable to beat the count. Knockout loss for him. Good evening and welcome to another edition of Friday Night Fights. Alongside my longtime partner, Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we welcome you to Chicago and the famed Aragon Ballroom for our main event. 10 rounds in the light heavyweight division. We are looking forward to this fight, especially after seeing what happened at the weigh-in yesterday. A stare down that nearly resulted in a bout breaking out right there. Now they get to do it for real.
All right, gentlemen. Protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
Opening 3 minutes of this 10-round fight. No matter what the sport, Teddy, it's very challenging to string together two absolute masterpiece performances. Roy Jones Jr.'s last fight was just that. It was a spectacular knockout victory.
And he's looking for more of the same. And to get more of the same, he's got to remember, it wasn't just his power. It was the way he set it up. It was all the little things that he did.
Is this the type of stylistic matchup, Teddy, a high stamina guy against a power puncher that many would describe as, oh, that's a little dangerous for the big favorite, for the big power puncher? That can be a trap.
Yeah, it can be a trap because anytime you have a guy with high endurance, that means mentally he's fit. That means he probably has a good chin if he's been rounds before. And the power might not be enough.
Oh, what an exchange. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Jones's defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches.
Back to the bottom.
He's committed to the combination punching now, and it's working out well up top. Good block there by Pierce. Roy Jones Jr.'s legs look shaky. He was hurt. Blocks that belt line well. You're seeing the desire and the fortitude of a champion right now as Roy Jones Jr. has recovered and looks to fight on. Pierce's combination punching is working well here. Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Jones is doing a good job of being strong on his feet right now. He was rocked in that last round, but his opponent doesn't appear to be seeing any damage standing opposite him. And now a well-placed hook to the head. Roy Jones Jr. is doing well here with that two-punch combination. Fires right back at him. Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Committed to that left hand, and it's working out. Blocks the headshot. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Halfway through this round here. Undefeated Roy Jones Jr. It's what he knows. It's who he is. An unblemished fighter.
He was that way as an amateur, a guy that won more than he lost. He's used to winning. He's used to being the top dog. This is something he's familiar with, but more importantly, this is something he wants to keep.
Comes right back with a shot of his own. Punches and bunches, combination up top. Roy Jones Jr. is doing good damage with the combination punching.
Well, right there's a good example of the benefit of combination punching. You miss the first or the second, the third and the fourth, they land.
Huge right hand comes. Wow! Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Down he goes, but he's going to continue on, beating the count. Fires off that hook. That last round as he scored the knockdown. Pierce's right hand scores well that time. Really good work right there, landing the 2 punches in sequence by Roy Jones. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home. Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Just ate a big uppercut. He's in bad shape. That's a nice combination. Left hook to the body, right hand. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round, Jones is putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Pierce's blocking ability is doing well for him there.
Get out of the way.
Roy Jones Jr. is rocked by a huge hook to the head. Unable to make an impact there by Roy Jones.
More punches. In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's move.
He saw the uppercut, he took advantage, throwing it out there. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. As we start round number 4, not a lot separating these guys. Sometimes you can steal a round or two just by being the busier guy.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit about those legendary stories the old-timers used to tell me about Rocky Marciano. You know, they used to say that he used to hit the guy's arms. You know, he wasn't scoring clean, but he was keeping his opponent from scoring back. And then later in the fight, he was disabling his opponent from coming back.
He got hit, but he sends it right back. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Look at that combination by Roy Jones. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Pierce is showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Solid hook. Jones is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. He gets off with a combination up top. He scores with the jab there.
You know, Joe, a lot of times you think about a jab being used by an outside guy, but to get inside, you need a cover. And there, right there, was the cover.
Nice work with the uppercut. And keep that kind of energy moving forward here, because I do believe he's ahead on the scorecards in a close fight. Very close fight.
Yeah, I see it about the same way, but you just said it. It's very important that his corner people now don't really tell him that he's ahead. I think they let him think that if he's not behind, it's a dead even fight, and keep pushing right there. Stay responsible, stay within yourself, but keep pushing.
Now committing to that jab, straight hand, and it works out. That's a momentum changer upstairs. Roy Jones Jr. is making for a trainer's dream right now. Picking his shots, Teddy. Selecting when, where, and being very accurate.
Yeah, the old timers would say he's a real sharpshooter. That's exactly what he's doing. He's not missing much.
He just missed that shot up top.
Watch the hook.
And now they're trading blows. Roy Jones Jr. is now feeling the after effects of being rocked by a huge hook to the head. Seemingly in control, and now maybe out of control after getting hit there.
But what you just said, Joe, that is really what's the enemy of his right now is nothing was coming at him. He was winning too easily. And for a minute, he let up, and bang.
Jones's opponent probably realizes what we see right now. Moments ago, yes, he was in tough shape, but as for right now, he looks like he's okay.
Defense. Defense.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Good work with the uppercuts. Nice job there. To understand what has to happen now. You come off a round in which your opponent got to you and got to you well. You have to bounce back. Pierce is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Roy Jones Jr.'s got to be really careful there, Teddy. I mean, he's leaving himself wide open.
And what's going to happen next? See, you know, he's leaving himself open. He hasn't paid for anything yet, but that will be coming before you know it.
Excellent 1-2 by Roy Jones.
Beat him to the punch.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. And now he's targeting upstairs. Roy Jones Jr.'s movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Jones is left now getting into the mix. Super two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Pierce is in bad shape, but he's doing the only thing he can at this point. He's tying up.
Yeah, but what I'm a little surprised at, and I think what his opponent's going to pay a price for later on, he's letting him tie up.
Not able to land the headshot. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Jones is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. And he returns on that exchange. Nice block by Pierce. Roy Jones Jr.'s work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the act? Now the question changes. It's no longer a point of how to win. It's how to survive this round of this harsh business of boxing. But even though we know what we've seen out of some ringside scorecards through the years, I'd be shocked if everybody doesn't have him ahead in this fight right now.
Yeah, but never be shocked in this business because you never know with these blind judges sometimes. I hate to say it that bluntly, but time and time again, you just get shocked when you hear the score at the end of the night.
Pierce is thinking right now that he's doing a good job defensively, but it's really not the case, Teddy. Every so often, you will see a punch split that guard.
Yeah, he's just standing there. First of all, the gloves, he needs to extend them just a little bit away. So as you said, those punches, you know, aren't going to force their way through to the target, which they're doing right now. They're getting down to him. They're getting through to him.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Scored well up top. The combo lands upstairs. Oh, a good right hand by Roy Jones. Pierce is putting forth a great combination there. Good return fire that time. He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by Roy Jones.
There you go.
That right hand is becoming... How about that left right there? Quick snapping hook, and it does damage. Oh, what kind of punching is this? I mean, he's got nothing on these shots. He's so hurt. Oh! Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this? This has been a completely one-sided fight. Teddy's scorecard just showing that, obviously, as we start round number 8. You would think that he's got so much left in him, Teddy. Can he deliver?
Of course he can. Does he want to? See, that's what it comes down to sometimes. Sometimes you see a guy on the inside, and you say, oh, how come he's not punching? What does it take to fight on the inside? You want to throw the punches. You want to do it. Right now, he just has to want to throw those punches and want to win the fight.
Back to the body. You got this.
What an excellent two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Jones is doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Pierce's failure to protect himself from that left hand, it's become a big story now.
Yeah, and he has to understand why. He's not controlling distance. He's standing too close in front. Needs to adjust a little further out.
And a well-placed combination by Roy Jones. Pierce is almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Effective with that 1-2.
Keep working the body.
Part of that's attached to his personality. He doesn't waste anything. He's real calm. He's a conservative guy. Anything he throws, he's placing where it's going to land.
Great work offensively, landing that combination by Roy Jones.
1, 1, 2. Come on, kids.
He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Jones is so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing.
Nice.
Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot.
That's it. That's 1, 2.
There's the combo downstairs. Able to get rid of that one. Well-targeted right hand by Pierce. And the old 1-2 by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr. scoring with that right hand. Fires off the hook. Look at that. Targeting the uppercut, and it works. Jones is way off the mark. And a power shot lands, and all of a sudden it turns the table. No turning back now. 10th round is upon us. Last round of the fight. That's a forceful two-punch combo by Pierce. Pierce is proving to be elusive. Overhand right can be so effective. And now another left. Roy Jones Jr. showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Scored well with that right hand to the body. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Well played, straight right hand. Good scoring counter punch by Pierce. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. There he is zoning in, the old 1-2. Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking one. A good clean. Oh, and a big right hand lands. Pierce has got things going on his side now. Remember, this fight was going against him. Now, a good rally by him.
Some of that body work there, even when he was losing the rounds, that body dividends right now.
We said it early on, stylistically with this matchup, hardly a chance that we would go to the judges' scorecards, but Teddy, that's exactly what's about to happen.
Yeah, early on, you're right. It looked like it was going to be an explosion, but fizzled out a little bit. Here we are.
Good evening, alongside Teddy Atlas. I'm Joe Tessitore, and this is Friday Night Fights, and we welcome you to the State Palace Theater here in beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana, for tonight's main event. 10 rounds among light heavyweights, and now the time has come. All the talk, now comes the walk.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Little get to know you here in the opening round scheduled for 10. Jones is coming off a decision win last time out. Tonight, he's hoping that he can duplicate that effort that we saw.
Oh, it's a positive thing because he got a lot of questions answered. You know, he knows he can go the distance, no problem now in that area, and he knows that he's got a good chin. He got caught a couple good shots going around, so I expect a very confident, solid fighter tonight.
And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. Well-targeted two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr. with a left. Joe Calzaghe stunned by that shot. There it is! Oh, and he goes down for the first time tonight.
One, two, three, four, five.
Down he goes, now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
He scored well after being hit himself. Calzaghe's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. To the belt line he goes with a left hand. Double jab upstairs. Not much action as he just ties up. As far as the fighter with the faster hand speed goes, going up against the high stamina, high endurance guy, what is the one thing he has to be very conscious of?
Where he is, geography, that he's in the center of the ring where he can use that speed. Stay out of those corners. Definitely stay off the ropes.
Final 10 seconds of round number one. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange.
Keep your hands up. Don't worry now, I just need you to focus. Keep your hands up and keep working that jab, okay? Double up the jab and keep moving.
Joe Calzaghe's got to be so careful here, Teddy. He was knocked down in the last round, and you know his opponent's going to be gunning for him here at the start of this round.
But this is where you walk a tightrope, so to speak, because if he's too careful, as you alluded to, guess what? His opponent walks in, and the fight's going to get stopped. So, yeah, he's got to be smart, but he's also got to pitch something at his opponent, chuck something at his opponent to keep him off a little bit, too.
Good block by Calzaghe. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Did you see that? And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The ref is stopping this fight. Joe Calzaghe's unable to continue. This fight is over. Knockout. Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena. We're here in the Philippines for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds in the light heavyweight division between Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
First round underway in this scheduled 10-rounder. I'm very interested to see how he fights tonight. Jones is coming off of an impressive knockout win.
Well, that could be a catch-22, Joe. Yeah, a lot of confidence coming into this fight, but also it could be overconfidence. He could start to think he's a huge puncher now, and he has to throw only one shot at a time, and that can really take away from his overall game.
Got to try to do better than that. He missed with that hook. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Blocks away that headshot. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. He's sending more than one at him now. The combo to the head. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. Hopkins' defense is paying off now. If the low stamina fighter does not get rid of a high stamina fighter in the early going of a fight, what can he possibly do to try and secure himself a win?
Well, one thing he's going to do is grab a lot on the inside and keep it slow. Really not allow the pace to get away from him.
Jones is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best.
Nice, nice.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Good solid 1-2 by Roy Jones. Commits to the straight right. Crashes home with a hook. Roy Jones Jr.'s on the bad end of a very impressive hook up top. Good exchange. He fires back. Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Well, something's got to stick. He sends the combination to the body. Bernard Hopkins is left, working well that time. He missed that uppercut. Scores with the combo to the head. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. You see him holding on. Good 1-2 by Roy Jones. Jones is doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
Good-looking two-punch combo by Roy Jones. And just grabbing onto his opponent. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. He missed with that headshot. Resourceful 1-2. Wow, nice flush left. Solid. Bernard Hopkins, the victim of a solid power shot. Hopkins goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bernard Hopkins likes to control things. Right now, this fight may be out of his control as he rises up to beat the count. There's that southpaw jab in the left hand.
Keep your hands up.
Jones's punch didn't come close. That's a good sharp hook by Roy Jones. To the head he goes with his opponent, and to do so, he's staying out of that danger zone, Teddy. How would you attack that?
Well, first of all, you need to move your head. Take that height advantage away. You know, slip to either side a little bit, and all of a sudden, get inside that jab.
Hopkins' recuperative abilities being tested to the limit here. Just 60 seconds to gather yourself after being knocked down in the last round.
Now, we talk about the fighter, but it's important right now for the corner, for the referee, for the doctor to know that he does have those kind of recuperative powers. So they give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the ref gives him a little more time than he gives somebody else.
Well-targeted 1-2 by Roy Jones. Bernard Hopkins is getting back to basics. A good, solid jab.
Keep it up.
Fires right back at him. A crushing two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Here's one for the solid. Great combination. He is down a mat. So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Very accurate two-punch combo by Roy Jones. How about a return to sender with the left hand?
He's working the body.
A classic 1-2 combo by Roy Jones.
Move your head.
Teddy's got this fight 3-0. That's easy to see. Jones has been the more active guy. If you throw more punches, you're going to earn the judge's respect.
As long as the other guy is not landing the cleaner shots, even though he's not as active. But this is the kind of fight where he's just busier, he's doing more, and that's carrying the round.
Well, he's picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No.
And yet another big shot comes in. Unbelievable. Just the barrage continues. He's knocked down again.
But his desire and heart is just as strong as it was before.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's it. The fight is over. Roy Jones Jr.'s opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 10 rounds in the light heavyweight division. We are looking forward to this fight, especially after seeing what happened at the weigh-in yesterday. A stare down that nearly resulted in a bout breaking out right there. Now they get to do it for real.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Opening round scheduled for 10. Jones is trying to repeat his last outing. Remember that impressive knockout he had, Teddy?
Yeah, I don't know if he should be remembered. Maybe he should have a short memory, because if he goes in there looking for the knockout, he might take away the most important part of his game, the jab, the things that set it up.
Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. We heard it in the lead up to this fight, but Roy's opponent has talked a lot about wanting to get to the inside against him.
Well, that's part of the equation, or part of the problem that's in front of his opponent. He wants to get inside. He might be able to get there, but does he take on too much damage on his way in? That's the key for his opponent, if his opponent's going to have any chance for success tonight.
Really on the mark with that over the top. And banging away he goes. Picture perfect combination. And he is floored.
Well, the old timers would say you can hit a guy with two. Why hit him with one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but many do. He's been down, now he's got to survive.
So that's where you're wrong. It's not hard to prepare. It's a must to prepare. If you're a trainer, that's what you do in the gym. You teach a guy, if you're in this situation, this is what you do. You grab on, you move your head, you survive.
Unable to score with the hook. He digs in with a left hand to the body. Roy Jones Jr. showing you what it takes to be the best in this business. Good, crisp combos. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. Jab with the straight. Look at that. He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's going to try to survive it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's over. The fight is over. Junior's ultimate highlight, a first-round KO. Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena. We're here in the Philippines For our main event of the evening, 10 rounds of light heavyweight action. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up and let's go.
The hype, now the fight. Round one, scheduled for 10. Of course, he's coming off of impressive knockout wins. Roy Jones Jr.'s opponent has to be very conscious of that.
Well, I hope so. I mean, they should have done their scouting report. If they're conscious of it, there's a better chance that they don't get caught with the shot that his last opponent did.
Roy has been known to switch it up many times in his career. Now, he's a right-handed fighter, but he'll go either way. His opponent, strictly a lefty.
You know, that won't bother Roy Jones because he's so unorthodox, so used to doing things different ways. Sometimes what people would say is the wrong way, that seeing somebody unorthodox in front of him, well, it's like seeing a cousin. It's like seeing a friend. It doesn't throw him off.
There's another right hand. And now he's targeting upstairs. Oh, and there he lands the right hand well. Big, big shot comes crashing home. Round number one, and he's already down.
And if he survives here, Joe, you wonder how that's going to affect him for the rest of the night. Because we expect him to be aggressive. Will he be tentative from now on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
Joe, one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals.
Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But, Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
And he ties up on the inside. Jones's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Oh, what a whiff by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr.'s combination punch down and gather himself a bit. Do you go after it? Do you get super aggressive here, having had your man hurt? Or do you still have to employ a certain amount of caution?
Kind of like being at the carnival, you know, you just hit the bullseye and you got that big stuffed animal you can give to your wife or your girlfriend. But now he doesn't want you to go away with that.
Oh, no.
No. He tells you, wait a minute, try again. You could trade that in for something either bigger, but you might lose the one you have already. That's the question.
Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Tying up again here after being knocked down. What should his opponent be doing to deal with this?
See, that's the right question. We're just looking at the guy grabbing. His opponent is allowing him to grab. You know, it takes two to tango to do that dance. His opponent should be taking a step back, not letting him...
Oh, that's a big shot with the left hand. You could tell that he was nearly out of gas, so now he's taking a little bit of a break. He's tying up.
Hey, look, airplanes have to land. They don't keep flying. They land so they can get refueled. He's getting refueled here a little bit. But his opponent, he gave him a landing strip. He should not have. He should have made him crash into the mountains.
Great counterpunch, and I loved how he moved off to the side and then landed it. Good job on the two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Jones is doing well here with that two-punch combination. And we come to the end of round number 2.
Well, we could sit here all day and just laud him for his efforts. I mean, he's been in control early on here with these headshots and staying out of danger. But let's talk about the other side of it, Teddy.
Yeah, well, I'm going to talk about the other side, not the conventional side. Now, you got a shorter guy. He's having trouble with the taller guy, keeping him on the outside. So you figure he could work his way in. Use his jab, you know, press forward, take the space away. There's another way. There's another way to skin a cat. Step back. Get the taller guy to give up his height. Become short.
Now he's telling us everything you need to know about what his condition is. We saw him stunned earlier in this fight. Now the clinching.
Yeah, this is a true polygraph test for a fighter. He's telling you the truth. I don't feel right. It's up to his opponent now to take advantage of that.
That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good, big shot. Wow, he goes down again.
This is going to be called the elevator fight. Up and down all night.
One, two, three, 4, 5.
It's over. This fight is over. Roy Jones Jr. is in prime form. Power surge here. Knockout winner. The Friday Night Fights tour continues, and we are glad to be here with you. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for tonight's main event. 10 rounds, light heavyweights. We are looking forward to this fight, especially after seeing what happened at the weigh-in yesterday. A stare down that nearly resulted in a bout breaking out right there. Now they get to do it for real.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Well, they're scheduled to spend a half an hour swapping leather. This is a 10-rounder. This should be fun to see. The last time we watched this fighter, he had a knockout that was one of the best of the year. Now he's back looking for more.
Well, that's why this place is crowded. They're standing room only. Everybody wants to see that.
Uppercut.
Combination to the head. Teddy, typically in a fight like this, when we have a power puncher against a real high stamina, well-conditioned fighter, what adjustments do you usually see made throughout the fight?
Well, one of the adjustments is on the side of the power puncher. He may find out that he better stop looking for home runs, stop swinging for the fences. He may have to adjust his game where he's using the jab more.
Big shot there. Unable to handle that combination. He is down on the canvas. He gets up after that punch, put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Jones is putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing. Oh, and there you go. Can he get up from this? He's done it before, but can he get up from a second time down?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape.
Oh! And that's it. What a way to end the night with a knockout.
You saw it coming. Problem is, he didn't see it.
To cap it all, we send it up to the ring. We welcome you to our World Championship pay-per-view action. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Boardwalk Hall and the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds in the light heavyweight division, and now the time has come. All the talk, now comes the walk. Roy Jones Jr.'s belief that he can overcome anything is showing through. He's bubbling over with confidence. Rockmont's coming down to the ring right now. Not seeing much personality out of this ring walk.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up.
Well, they are underway, scheduled for 10 rounds tonight between these two.
No matter what the sport, Teddy, it's very challenging to string together two absolute masterpiece performances. Roy Jones Jr.'s last fight was just that. It was a spectacular knockout victory.
And he's looking for more of the same. And to get more of the same, he's got to remember, it wasn't just his power. It was the way he set it up. It was all the little things that he did.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. And another jab comes in by Roy Jones. Teddy, obviously we have a matchup that the fans love, power puncher versus power puncher. But if you're one of the two trainers, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking about defense. If I can be a little bit better on defense, my power's not going away. I'm still going to be okay in that area.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Good combination to the head.
Hey, man, come on now, keep your feet moving. Come on now.
Rockmont's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well.
That's okay, that's okay. Let it go.
Comes right back with a shot of his own. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Really a lot of consistency from him with the right hand. And now he's targeting upstairs. Roy Jones Jr. is giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away.
Come on now.
Go out there and put something forth if you want to win the round.
Hey, sometimes it's complicated. Sometimes it's pretty simple. You don't throw punches, you don't win fights.
Jones is not skipping a beat. He came out just the way he finished up last round.
Yeah, what I like is that he's a thinking man's fighter, and his corner gave him probably good advice. They know that the opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're figuring it wasn't enough time.
Well off the mark by Roy Jones. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Doubles up the jab to the head.
What does a fighter need to do to really build a foundation to a great career?
Well, first of all, they have to have the desire to have that great career. There has to be something in them. There has to be coal in that furnace to burn, and to burn later on. Maybe something happened to them in their life. Maybe through their parents, maybe through neighbors, maybe through coaches. Somebody told them they were never going to make it. and they go in their mind that they're going to find a way to make those people wrong.
Well off the mark by Roy Jones. Parries that punch intended for the head. There's that hand speed of Roy Jones Jr. landing the hook. Smart uppercut by Rahman. Nowhere close, that punch by Roy Jones. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Roy Jones Jr. is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Wow, was Roy Jones Jr. 5? I think he will. Good flush 1-2 jab in the straight hand by Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr. is making for a clinic here in combination punching.
Well, the first couple punches here, Joe, they're throwaway punches to really set up the payoff down the road. You see the third punch, the fourth punch, the fifth punch. They are the ones that wind up landing.
A sound combination by Roy Jones. He comes with the straight right hand. Rahman's hurt by that. Oh, he's hurt right there. He is hurt. You know, his opponent's doing a good job of just being patient now and looking for that one good shot.
Well, you know, the landscape of this business, the history of this business is littered with guys that they've had someone hurt, they get a little careless, they get caught. He better watch out that he doesn't get put on that landscape.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Rahman. Rahman's cheek is cut, and you can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be effective later on. If there was a baseball umpire around, he'd call that a strikeout by Roy Jones.
Let's go, you gotta see that.
Double jab by Rahman. Scores well to the head with the right hand. A headshot blocked.
Just like that, just like that.
Roy Jones Jr. is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. 10 clicks of the tuck. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Round number 4 underway. Rahman's been throwing a lot of punches, but Teddy, they've been completely ineffective. He's down on your scorecard, hasn't won a round yet.
Well, this is a case where throwing punches is detrimental because he's thrown them from too far away, leaving himself wide open and getting caught.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Nice jabs there by Roy Jones. Nice work, nice work. Rahman's damaged by a right hand. Oh, that's gotta hurt. And he goes down for the first time tonight.
One, two, three, 4, 5.
Rahman's able to get up. Teddy, I question, though, if he'll be able to go on. What does he have to do?
Well, he's got to know what to do, but what not to do. Don't use your legs. Don't try to move because that's the inclination. Get on your bicycle when you've been hurt. No, the bicycle's not there. You got flat tires. What you got to do is grab on the inside, clear your head.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Roy Jones Jr. so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. Nice block by Rahman. not hitting his mark there going upstairs.
Come on, baby.
Rockman's tag. Wow, what a right hand he just got caught by, and he's looking at bad gash.
And I'm wondering what he's using in there. You know, you can only use certain things, Avitine, adrenaline, and thrombin. I'm wondering if he's using illegal things right now, because that's the kind of cut that tempts you to use crazy glue.
Hey, let's go out there now. Come on now, let me see.
Roy Jones Jr. is picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No, he understands, in his corner understands, that his opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're jumping on him, figuring that the opponent hasn't recovered.
Rockman's gone into a defensive shell, but that shell has cracks in it.
Yeah, it does, and the reason why it's getting cracked is because his opponent is confident that with those earmuffs on, you know, going into that peekaboo defense that he is, he knows he's handcuffed. So he's putting together 3, 4, 5 punches where normally he would only throw 1 or 2, worried something's going to come back.
Right to the head with that right.
It's all right. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Roy Jones Jr. smashed by an uppercut.
Hook, he wide open.
Little setup punch. 1, 2, 2 jabs to the body. Tried the hook, didn't get it. Good smooth work by Rockman. That's classic counterpunching.
Yeah, what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back, gave him the left shoulder, and then gave him the right hand.
Rockman's able to land a good, solid left hand. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. Said, hey, you've never seen anything like the way he works a double end bag. It's proven true.
Yeah, it has. You know, part of why he's so accurate is he's calm, but part of it is he works on it like you just said. He gets on that crazy bag, that double end bag, and he makes sure that those punches are right on the mark.
Targeting that head with the combination punching. Jones is not skipping. What a big shot. And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Rockman's now getting back up off the canvas. There's the old 1-2. Big shot he just scored with. Rockman's corner is imploring him to get up after that flash knockdown.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's it. It's over. Fight is over. Roy Jones Jr.'s corner is already celebrating. His opponent unable to beat the count. Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the New Orleans State Palace Theater for a highly anticipated rematch in our main event. 10 rounds among light heavyweights between Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Scheduled to go the full 10 if we get that far. Round one underway. I'm very interested to see how he fights tonight. Jones is coming off of an impressive knockout win.
Well, that could be a catch-22, Joe. Yeah, a lot of confidence coming into this fight, but also it could be overconfidence. He could start to think he's a huge puncher now, and he has to throw only one shot at a time, and that can really take away from his overall game.
He stays committed to the body. Good work defensively by Roy Jones. Plus, he landed that counterpunch.
Yeah, and he's forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Jones's punch is far off the target. Bernard Hopkins going old school there. B-hop with your basic 1-2. Well placed, well timed combo up top. There's a straight right hand. What does the high stamina fighter want to do in the early stages of a fight against a guy who maybe isn't as conditioned?
What he wants to do is make him work. Make him work when he's on the inside. Make him work on the outside. Walk him a little bit. Make sure that at all times, mentally and physically, he's got those cylinders pumping.
Nice, crisp 1-2 combination by Roy Jones. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Hopkins is just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Jones is showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Nothing there on the punch by Roy Jones. Hits him in the mug with the right. Have defensive lapses like we just saw in that last round.
Yeah, you know, we say this so many times in a broadcast. We blame it on the fighter, but what if he hasn't been taught those things? If those things haven't been instilled already in the gym, guess what, Joe? He's not doing them.
The old 1-2 scores for him. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Oh, that's a big hook right there. That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Roy Jones. Jones's ability to properly throw and land his combinations has been stunning. Teddy, why is he so successful?
Because you just said it, he's putting them together. You know, one or two wouldn't land, but he's handcuffing the guy. And the first two punches, they set up the third and fourth.
Good doubling up of the jab by Roy Jones. Bernard Hopkins has got a way of just getting, wow! I think Hopkins would even admit that his opponent completely has outclassed him right there. He just scored the knockdown.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bernard Hopkins' climb back up from the canvas may inspire him. Good combination to the body. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Roy Jones.
Protect yourself.
Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? Double jab by Roy Jones. Hopkins just gets a chance at redemption here with a fresh round. But, Teddy, I'm always concerned as to how a fighter looks after he's been knocked down in the last round.
Well, it depends how much experience he has. And he has enough experience to handle this, to kind of shake it off, get himself together, and move forward.
A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Roy Jones. Jones is doing a very nice job of jabbing his way to the inside. That's exactly where he wants to be. Now he's got the key to unlock that door.
Joe, I'm not even sure if he's unlocking the door. To me, it looks like he's banging it down, just kicking it open with that left hand.
As basic as can be, but it works. A jab followed by the straight. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back.
Teddy, you saw that coming. You said he was waiting for that.
Yeah, what he was doing was he was just pulling that shoulder back a little bit, trying to draw that right hand, pull that shoulder back, be a ghost a little bit, disappear on him, come back with the right hand.
Really good work right there, landing the 2 punches in sequence by Roy Jones. Solid right hand lands. He's in bad shape. He's on wobbly legs. Teddy, he's got to tie up.
If he can. See, that's up to his opponent, Joe. It's not automatic that he's going to get what he wants to tie up. If his opponent steps back a little bit, he can keep this offense going and end his night.
That was not well targeted by Roy Jones. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like. So 3 rounds in the books here. Hopkins is probably feeling good about what he's accomplishing because his intent was to go out there and throw punches. But I don't think he's feeling too good if he looks at your scorecard. He hasn't won a round.
No, because he hasn't been accurate. Yeah, he's throwing punches, but they're fat punches. They're wide punches, not getting to the target.
Roy Jones Jr. is picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No, he understands, and his corner understands that his opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're jumping on him, figuring that the opponent hasn't recovered.
Oh! And he goes down again. Will he get up from this?
One, two, three, 4, 5.
B-Hop went down, but he's proving he's not out. Hopkins looking to fight on. Bernard Hopkins' movements really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Hopkins' defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. Well, I don't know if he... There it is! Well, he's been there before, and now he's there again. He got floored.
He can't afford to keep going on that floor. You have to wonder when the referee's going to step in now and stop this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's over. Look at this. Roy Jones Jr. bombs away, worked again. Knockout victory for him.